So growing up, I was on the internet a lot more than my brother and sister ever was, which is now really funny because it's a complete reverse. Social media is just a clusterfuck now, okay? It's just everything trying to grab your attention and keep you on the app so that then they can force ads down your throat and get money off of you. Smart ass fucking people manipulating algorithms into ways in which you physically cannot come off the app. You haven't really got the motivation to do other things. That's because the absolute immense surges of dopamine it gives your brain. Anyway, I was ill recently. I have recently installed Instagram again. So 2 days of my illness, I spent doom scrolling, and I mean reels. The physical effects, wow. But the emotional expenditure that happens when scrolling, the adrenaline and the stress you're almost getting scrolling through loads of videos. I wrote down a handful of phases I went through over the 2 days, and this is just how disgusting I think the internet is. I went through the Cynthia and Ariana hate, just let them live. How to get rich schemes, oh my god, so many of them. Why? Detoxing from parasites / poison in our food. There's poison in everything as we pollute the world. Door cam footage of dogs chasing people. Little children getting traumatised by Grinch pranks. Near misses of children being kidnapped. Kids actually being kidnapped. And footage before they go missing. Footage of people right before they murder someone. Warnings about working corporate. People trying to claim off of insurance, which is like fake crashes on dash cams. So much Jojo Siwa hate. Pressure to buy property. The second I come across a nice topic on the internet, which is like low waste hacks, there's so many people nitpicking in the comments and just being ruthless. Like, why are comments, how have comments got like this? It seems like there's no regulation of that, and what's happening is there's like more disconnects. Like, you're coming on social media and everything's so nasty and manipulative and screwed up. This is why people are calling it brain rot, because people genuinely think that this behaviour is acceptable. If you look at the documentary, The Social Dilemma, it literally shows you how suicide rates have times 6 per year since something like 2009. So many people are saying that they experience anxiety, depression, and it's not that these things never used to exist. They absolutely have always existed, but the internet is perpetuating that. We are growing up in a world where we think it's normal to sit on our phones isolated, not outside, not connecting with people. Like, I saw this video about how a lot more people are burning bridges with friendships now than they ever have. People had better skills in them to come to a resolution. Whereas now, people just cut people off. They ghost them, they cut them off. But also people feel as though they have more friends because of the fact that they're going online and seeing and liking and commenting and having that sort of social exchange without any exchange at all. But my overwhelming feeling at the end of the doom scrolling, on both accounts, was that I just need to slow down. Life needs to slow down. Life is too much. And I feel like that's anxiety. That's the first sort of essence of anxiety. Like, things are too much. Things need to slow down. And it's because you are literally swiping through so many different contexts within an hour, hundreds. Whether it's true or not, fuck knows. Somewhere on the internet, it said that 100 years ago, a guy would get more dopamine listening to a girl play a song on the piano than someone does playing like 10 hours of video games now or something. Which just shows that our brains are like rotted and just like so used to this high level of dopamine and fast form content that our patience literally means that we can no longer sit and watch longer form content and stuff because there's so much noise and you lack this sense of self. And then makes you think, like, who am I? Like, right now, who the hell am I? And everyone, to like validate themselves, associates with the newest trends and the newest fashion things and everything like that. Quote, which I really like. Not quote, just a phrasing. Worshipping at the altar of stuff. We are like forgetting who we are, we're no longer putting the work inwardly, and it's all externally. Like, are we actually fulfilled? Are we actually fulfilled? Do we actually like our lives? Short form content is like McDonald's. It's like super processed food. It's like laying under artificial light, never seeing the sun, literally, because that's what people are doing. But then like long form content, or just like working for your dopamine, going outside for a walk, that is sunlight, nature, home cooked food. It's the long processes that we genuinely need to fix our brains because they're rotting. The chemical imbalance is so real that we all feel crap. We do. Because there's no actual connection, there's no working for things in life anymore. We are breeding the most laziest generation that there is, because now people aren't doing their homework, they're just asking ChatGPT. No wonder nobody feels motivated to do anything. No wonder people feel anxious about the world, because it's ever changing, and you have access to so many nasty topics, like I just said, at the tip of your fingertips. You can just jump into such negative worlds all the time just scrolling, and you come away and you feel a little bit more dulled down. You feel a little bit more crap about the world. You feel a little bit more fearful about the world, because you're stepping outside your bubble. You've made your bubble in your world how you want it to be. You've carefully curated the people you associate with. They say like you're a mixture of the 5 closest people to you. You're a reflection of that. When you step out of that and you go into the internet, sometimes that can burst, because it's like there's some really hateful people out there, and there's some people out there with really horrible views, and there's some people out there that obviously you will not agree with, and there's balance. You need to be somewhat aware of opposing views, otherwise the world will just completely lack understanding of one another. But when it's so full force down your throat, it's damaging, it's traumatizing, like, and these topics are just being flung left, right and centre on the internet like it's nothing. And apparently now, like, there's so much political polarization going on, so obviously now the internet is being used to influence political voting, which is ridiculous. But it makes me think, like, none of us are an individual anymore. We have no individualism, because you may be getting all of the opinions you have based off of the algorithm of videos the internet's showing you, and we are all so close to just being manipulated down so many rabbit holes, and the algorithms find rabbit holes closest to your interests, because a rabbit hole will make you spiral and stay on the internet longer so that they can profit off of you, which is so scary. Like, we are all so close to like just being sent on a manipulation ride of the most ridiculous things, and this is why like fake news is such a thing as well. And as well with AI and how things can now be visually altered, we can't trust anything on the internet. It's not a safe place for us anymore, and it is just, yeah, it's widening the gap between political parties, because what's happening is agendas are being pushed for both, and it just depends on what rabbit holes you get pushed down through the algorithm. So you'll stay on their fucking app longer. This democracy is literally crumbling. So fake news travels 6 times faster. Real news on Twitter, and I think that just says enough for itself, like, because that propels rage bait. It encourages people to engage, to share it, to comment. They need to find out if it's real or not. And also it feeds certain narratives and certain rabbit holes you might already be going down. Our minds are being infected by information that's just pushing an agenda elsewhere. So this is why so many people are coming off X at the moment. Obviously Twitter's now X. Elon Musk, who owns X, Twitter, helped Trump win the election. I saw somewhere that the newsfeed wasn't updating anything new. It like glitched out, had a moment like all platforms do, and still Elon Musk's posts were getting engagement. So that just shows that there's so much bots on the app he controls. He can make certain things seem more supported, and herd mentality all comes into that. But then also, let alone the shit that he's literally pushing, the algorithms are pushing, the AI is pushing to push agendas, to influence people. And everything's so messy. Like, there's so much noise on the internet, and that you should do things this way or that way, and yeah, there's just no individualism anymore. Everyone is seeing the same things. Everyone thinks that they are having genuine interest and intrigue into certain things, but it's just the algorithm manipulating you into seeing more of that content because you're showing somewhat of an interest, and as that develops, it shows you more and more. Basically, fake news moves 6 times faster, unregulated content sells, and this can literally lead to things like election hacking. We are living in a dystopia. In summary, Reels, TikToks, whatever you want to call them, they're destroying everything. They're destroying our brains, how we see ourselves, how we see other people, how we connect with other people. So much more people feel the most lonely they've ever felt, the most anxious they've ever felt, because where the hell is all of the connection? Basically, it's left me feeling a bit rubbish. I feel like it really knocks me out of alignment, and then I'm just really trying to come back to myself and who I am and work out so many things. Your brain just isn't wired to do the boring shit if you're just constantly fueling fast, high levels of dopamine that you're not working for. But basically, I'm going to go on a bit of a detox. I'm going to get back to me. Thank you so much for watching. This was I just felt like talking, and I don't ever really do this on this channel. I do have a lot of things to say about a lot of things, so I might just start rambling a bit more now. I'm talking about things. But either way, this was just a little snapshot of a few things I had to say, because I just feel really fed up and hopeless. That's just 2 days of scrolling on Reels. Anyway. Bless you. I hope that you managed to find a sense of self in this world. I hope that you feel supported. I hope that you find your purpose and that you manage to heal. The internet is a horrible place, and I just hope that you can come into your being, find out what elevates your vibrations, things that uplift you, the people that uplift you, and you just remove any sort of toxicity out of your life. And you just do you. The world can be beautiful, the world can be great. I want to be rich in experience. Fuck the whole get rich quick schemes. Fuck them, because they are mind numbing and soul sucking. Okay? Au revoir.